we still do not know 1,000th of 1% of what nature has revealed to us. Although I am a typical loner in my daily life, my awareness of belonging to the invisible community of those who strive for truth, beauty, and justice has prevented me from feelings of isolation. He who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe is as good as dead. His eyes are closed. I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. Without deep reflection, one knows from daily life that one exists for other people. The human spirit must prevail over technology. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. Our task must be to free ourselves by widening our circle of compassion, to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature and its beauty. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. It would be possible to describe everything scientifically, but it would make no sense. It would be without meaning, as if you described a Beethoven symphony as a variation of wave pressure. When you are courting a nice girl, an hour seems like a second. When you sit on a red-hot cinder, a second seems like an hour. That's relativity. Pure mathematics is, in its way, the poetry of logical ideas. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. All generalizations are false, including this one. To raise new questions, new possibilities, to regard old problems from a new angle, requires creative imagination and marks real advance in science. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. Never memorize something that you can look up. Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind. True religion is real living, living with all one's soul, with all one's goodness and righteousness. Strange is our situation here on earth. Each of us comes for a short visit, not knowing why, yet sometimes seeming to divine a purpose. From the standpoint of daily life, however, there is one thing we do know. That man is here for the sake of other men, above all for those upon whose smiles and well-being our own happiness depends. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is the fundamental emotion that stands at the cradle of true art and true science. There comes a time when the mind takes a higher plane of knowledge, but can never prove how it got there. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. The only real valuable thing is intuition. Coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. Human beings must have action, and they will make it if they cannot find it. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. Anyone who doesn't take truth seriously in small matters cannot be trusted in large ones either. The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulates the creative mind. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. Everything is determined, the beginning as well as the end, by forces over which we have no control. It is determined for the insect as well as for the star. Human beings, vegetables, or cosmic dust, we all dance to a mysterious tune, intoned in the distance by an invisible piper. Black holes are where God divided by zero. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. Most people say that it is the intellect, which makes a great scientist. They are wrong. It is character. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. A ship is always safe at the shore, but that is not what it is built for. Technological progress is like an axe in the hands of a pathological criminal. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. I never made one of my discoveries through the process of rational thinking. Creativity is contagious. Pass it on. If a cluttered desk is a sign of a cluttered mind, of what, then? Is an empty desk a sign? The only source of knowledge is experience. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. There are two ways to live. You can live as if nothing is a miracle. You can live as if everything is a miracle. It's not that I'm so smart. It's just that I stay with problems longer. Everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted with important matters. Only two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the former. It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. Intellectuals solve problems. Geniuses prevent them. I have no special talents. I am only passionately curious. Any man who can drive safely while kissing a pretty girl is simply not giving the kiss the attention deserves. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. That deep emotional conviction of the presence of a superior reasoning power, which is revealed in the incomprehensible universe, forms my idea of God. The best way to cheer yourself up is to cheer somebody else up. In the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity. Thanks for watching.